Hi guys, Hassan. A serious video, guys. My dad passed away a year, a year on. It's been a year on. It's been a difficult time, but being strong, alhamdulillah, because I know, inshallah, if I do good in this world, inshallah, I will meet him in Jannah. My dad, he had cancer, but that's not the topic. That's the topic I want to talk about. It was the lack of care for the NHS, the nurses, the doctors, appointments wouldn't come. They'll be delayed. They'll be. My dad, he suffered a lot, and I always remember, the lack of care from the nurses. My dad would buzz the button for whenever he needed to, but the nurses wouldn't come, and they were so reckless and so unempathetic. The doctors were ridiculous, they were unempathetic. It was so sad, about what happened to my dad, I still remember he was such a nice person, a lovely person, my dad, a simple person, We were rich, but he was a simple person, did a simple life, and I miss him, and may I meet him in Jannah, inshallah. But I always, sometimes, when I get really annoyed with the NHS, also my mental health experience, I was in NHS hospitals for 2 years, 2 years, when I became unwell. But I also got lack of care. The way they worked, it's just the psychiatrists, the doctors, the nurses, there were some good people. There were some good people, some genuine people. But there were a lot, not a lot, but the way it was a lack of care, and there would be some really horrible support workers or nurses, that would jibe at you, have a laugh at you, make fun of you and stuff. I went through all that, they used to sometimes take mickey out of me the way I spoke English, They kept on saying, "You speak so fast," or "I don't understand you." Or sometimes, I'll get this from an English nurse or a support worker, English support worker. "Where are you from?" Yeah, I was born in the UK, but where you originally from? And I kind of found that a bit prejudiced, they've been a bit snobbish, that I'm Indian, ethnically. I was born in the UK. My brothers, my sister, we all born in the UK. My dad and my mother are from India, but they migrated, Well, honestly, but the point is the NHS is ridiculous. They ask for high wages and more funding. Even with the funding you have, even with the staff you have, you're not doing a good job. There are stories that coming out in news, recently, and it's a lack of care, lack of empathy, It's supposed to be a NHS to be any other profession. It's okay. You don't need to have that care component. But when you are working in NHS as a nurse, as a doctor, or even as a helper, support worker, you're supposed to show care and humility and empathy to the patient, because they're going through a lot. And you being on your phone or talking to other staff members while neglecting your patient, that is wrong. And that's what the NHS does. That's what they did to me in my mental health situation. That's what they did to my dad. The neglectfulness, the ridiculousness, they just were there. We get our wages, we do our job, and we're done, we have no responsibility, If they think they're in this big corporation and it's just that no one can touch them. But inshallah one day, there is someone that come up, and question you guys, what you've been doing, and may Allah bring that day, inshallah. May I see that day, inshallah. That's my dua, Ameen, Ameen. And may I meet my dad in Jannah, and may he get his justice, Take care, guys. And it's not a rant, it's my heartfelt emotions that I've been speaking, Take care, guys. Bye.